Hello friends, it's Nemius. The Winter's Envoy banner is officially out, and it's a great banner. It's just very unexpected that it's all armor. If you think about it, why couldn't they have some flying heroes, huh? They could have been on reindeers. It's a missed potential, but it would have been pretty funny. That's not to say it's not a good banner, or there's a lot of potential here. At 175 BST, Lissa is incredibly high. Same with Robin and Kromm at 174. Tharja, while not as high, is at 165. What this means is that they're great for arena. BST obviously translates to more points in arena, and more points means the higher rank you get, and that makes things easier. Now, while these guys are limited heroes, you should wait a bit longer before you summon on them. The reasoning is, you have 2 weeks, anyways, before the banner ends on December 31st. That gives you a lot of time to see if there's going to be a New Year's banner or a Legendary Heroes banner, so you can budget your orbs better. Or if you can't resist, go ahead and summon. Right away, I'll tell you guys, great banner, you should summon for it, just hold on a bit if you can. Anyways, let's get on to the heroes, and I'll talk about what I think about them, my analysis, my opinion, skill builds, and whatnot. Let's begin. First up, we have Lissa. I actually surveyed the chat about the best heroes in order, and Lissa was easily first. At lowest, she was second. It's pretty easy to see she's going to be the best hero from this banner, if not one of the best heroes in the game, period. She has a great BST, she's comparable to Amelia in that respect. She has 1 less attack, 4 less speed, in exchange for 11 more resistance. Now, I know 4 less speed sounds pretty bad, but keep in mind, when she's attacked, Handbell makes it so she has 2 more speed, and 2 more attack, and 2 more resistance, 2 more defense, and so on. All that means is that it's only going to be a real difference of 2 speed, and that's not substantial. Those two are very comparable as a result. Of course, while attacking, her speed doesn't matter at all, because she has Bold Fighter, which guarantees she can double, and also adds 1 more to special counter. That's such a broken skill, honestly. In essence, she's a more complete Amelia, but more offensive thanks to Bold Fighter. And one more thing, Handbell can be upgraded. Did you know that? It's kind of incredible. She can add 3 more speed through Handbell, 4 more resistance, or 4 more defense. I just don't suggest you do anything with attack. That's not worthwhile. She's not going to really struggle to kill any heroes. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, and there's a bit of HP adding on it, so she's really, really hard to kill. Let's make it even harder for her to die. If you run her in an Armor Emblem team, she's going to be a complete monster. You can do triple ward armor, and that adds 12 defense and resistance in total, as long as they're within 2 spaces. That's pretty easy. And with ally support, she gets another 1 or 2 defense or resistance. And you factor in Handbell, she's going to be incredibly difficult to kill with at least 50 defense and 49 resistance, on top of 43 HP. Yeah, Lissa's going to be good. For IVs, I can't really say she needs to change anything, because even at neutral, she's going to be a monster. But if I had to suggest anything, it would be attack, for very obvious reasons. Having slightly more attack does help in some situations. But again, with Bold Fighter, doesn't really matter. Speed, it's just to prevent her from getting doubled. And the only bane I can ever say is HP, because she really doesn't need more HP. Especially with a Handbell upgrade covering for any HP loss, that's easiest loss to accept. Now, I know people are going to get on me for saying speed is a good boon, but just consider this, speed doesn't matter as much since she can double regardless, but she can prevent herself from getting doubled if she has more speed, without even considering her A slot. If she has Hone Armor and she has plus speed, she gets at least 40 speed, and when she is attacked, that counts as 42 speed thanks to Handbell. This makes it hard to double her, and it could save you from getting hit an extra time. That could be very worthwhile. But again, it doesn't really matter because of how good she is overall. She has monstrous defense, and she's always going to double with a pretty good attack, so it doesn't really matter. As for ideal builds, I'll be frank here, she can do whatever she wants, just like Amelia. There's full offense with Brave Axe Plus with Death Blow, and honestly this is overboard, but allows her to quad through Bold Fighter. She can use Bonfire to guarantee a special activation, or she can use Ignis or Ether to have a guarantee special for the next fight. Whatever she does in this build is going to be killer. This is honestly overboard though, in my opinion, but it allows her to kill red heroes like Ryoma, like Ike, possibly Black Knight depending on your buffs, and it's only Aira and Mia that's going to give her any real trouble. What I'm trying to say here is, she can even kill red heroes, and it should go without saying, blue heroes and green heroes are toast. She's that good. I haven't done any definite testing, but the initial testing is pretty clear that she's going to be a monster. As for builds, she can do whatever she wants. She can run distant counter and then Bold Fighter. That works really well. With her defense and resistance going up to 50-50 in triple armor formation, yeah, she's going to take very little damage, so might as well let her attack back. And Vantage doesn't really matter here because, again, she's going to take very little damage. So if they hit a 0 and you counterattack, it doesn't really matter if you attack second or first, right? Again, for specials in this case, I would say run Bonfire, but you know, she can run whatever. She can also do Steady Stance or Steady Breath with Bold Fighter. Those are really good, really boosts up her defense, but she doesn't really need more defense. If you guys can see where I'm going with this, she can just do whatever she wants. Everything works well here. The only thing I can definitely say is you will want to run Bonfire, Ignis, or Ether for specials, each for a different reason. Bonfire if you want to attack back quickly, say with the Brave Axe combination, right away have your Bonfire in your first fight. But if you're quadding, you know, that's overkill. Ignis, she has really high defense. Ether if she wants to heal a bit. But yeah, she can run any special generally. I mean, any of those specials generally. If you don't have Bonfire or Ignis, it's actually laughable here, but you can run Iceberg or Glacies, because her defense and res, there's only 1 point difference between the two. Outside of that, her C option is anything she wants. Her weapon can be anything she wants, but yeah, she can do anything she wants. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but this is a very good hero who's incredibly flexible. She's a true meta changer, and in my opinion, she's going to be a top axer in the game. If not top hero in the game, period. She's S+ easily. Next up, we have Kromm, but before I continue, I want to mention to you guys that you don't need to use Armor Emblem for these heroes. It's just that if you want to reach their potentials, you probably should. Now, Kromm, there's not going to be much to talk about. It's pretty clear that he's going to be the least exciting hero in this banner. That doesn't mean he's going to be bad, it's just that he's not going to shower the meta like Lissa is. In my initial survey of best heroes of the banner, generally he came 3rd or 4th. He is essentially a green Effie, and as such he would benefit from the same IVs and builds. For IVs, you basically want minus speed, as he's going to use Warrior Fighter anyways, and he's never going to double. For boons, it's ideally attack, but more defense and res also works out. For builds, this is short. He can do Brave Axe Plus, Death Blow, Warrior Fighter, and Ignis, very similar to a lot of Effie builds, and he can also run Panic Ploy due to his high HP, but that's quite expensive and not really necessary for everyone. He can also run Distant Counter or Steady Breath, but you likely don't want to touch any of that since Brazen Attack defense is very good. So yeah, I wouldn't really change much at all, to be honest. I just put Bonfire or Ignis on him and possibly Panic Ploy, but that would be it. See, C slot is very flexible, and depending on what you need, if you don't run Armor Emblem, you can just run Hone Attack, for example, or Hone Speed. If you run Armor Emblem, Hone Armor, Fortify Armor, Ward Armor, so on. I understand in Armor Emblem, with Hone Armor and Brazen Attack ready, he can hit as high as 71 with Attack Boon, and that's enough to one-shot a lot of heroes. He could even go higher with things like Summoner Support, Ally Support, so on. But what I'm trying to get at is, in Arena, melee heroes are generally red, then green, then blue, in terms of how often you face them. It's not going to be great for him is what I'm trying to say. He's generally going to fight against heroes that he doesn't have advantage against, or green heroes where there's equal playing field. Most likely, he needs to spend more than 1 turn fighting an enemy hero to win, which is not ideal. Kromm ultimately is a good hero. It's just that I would have difficulty suggesting anyone use him over Dorcas, Hector, who have Distant Counter by the way, and Brave Bike. In general, they should all do what he does, but better in the more important areas. And furthermore, it's even harder to suggest for him. When you pull for green, you're very likely to pull a Lissa, and if you do pull a Lissa, there's just no reason to build Kromm. But if you do get Kromm, definitely just stick Ignis, Bonfire, and put a C slot skill on him and use him. He's a good hero, but again, just hard to say you should use him to replace another hero. Moving on, we reach Robin, and Robin is actually a pretty interesting hero, and he's in line with the current meta amazingly. He joins the fastest armor heroes that are Amelia, Drog, and Black Knight with his 34 base speed. His overall BSD again is 174, which is incredibly high. For his IVs, it should go without saying attack and speed work best for him. Now, while he can do great in Armor Emblem formations of triple ward armor, he doesn't need to do so. With just one other armor hero and Hone Armor, he can reach 55 attack and 40 speed with his neutral stats. And he also has access to extra movement thanks to his natural armor march. That makes him a very good counter-attacker, as with Tannenboom, he reaches 57 attack and 42 speed when attacked. When he finally has Brazen Attack speed ready, he now reaches 64 attack and 49 speed. Basically, he can kill enemy heroes on the counterattack easily, and if he can chooses to, he can attack and usually double and crush them. Now, keep in mind, again, this is with Hone Armor in mind, but still, you should be using Hone Armor with him because he has Armor March. Now, Robin is a great hero, and while he's simple, he's going to be very effective. His ideal IVs again are plus speed or plus attack with minus HP, though with how good his stats are overall, neutral IVs are decently good too. Normally I talk about builds here, but really I think everything he has makes perfect sense, so I really wouldn't touch much at all. The only real thought is whether to use Slaying Axe or not, and I really don't think that's necessary, but he can reasonably use Ether that way. In general though, I think using Bonfire or Ignis with his base weapon is the best idea. It's cost effective and very good. Otherwise, with choice of swap or pivot, Robin has a full build quite easily and quite cheaply. The only final thing I would say is to do a speed upgrade on his weapon. And again, it's in line with his natural fast. Well, he's not that fast, but he's quite quick, and with Hone Armor, he can really make good use of the speed upgrade on his weapon. That way, if he has a speed boon and have to upgrade on his weapon, he has 40 speed base. With Brazen activated, 47, and with consideration to his attack, HP, defense, and resistance, he's going to be a very solid hero and one of the best lancers in the game. And again, with that past example, that was without Hone Armor. He can reach 47 speed without Hone Armor or any kind of support. That's really, really good. Last, but certainly not least, we get to Tharja. To be honest guys, I don't really have many ideas for her. Personally though, I don't really care. I like Tharja, she's really pretty, so I'll pull for her. I think she is the first hero in Fire Emblem Heroes to truly be built for close counter, and she has the high defense and resistance and vengeful fighter to back it up. Though with that said, is she really going to be good? I don't really know. It all seems so strange for her to be an armored hero when she wears no armor, to have close counter and vengeful fighter when none of that truly suits her. But yeah, if I had to be helpful here, I say ideal IVs are plus attack, minus speed. She definitely has to have plus attack, definitely has to close out rounds while she's still in vengeful fighter range. Specials is Glacis or Ether. She can use either. She has high resistance, so Glacis works out to a lot of damage. Ether, because she will probably need a heal. Replace her C skill with what you need, and run her in Armor Emblem teams with Fortify or Ward Armor. But that's about it. I don't really know what else there's to do with her. I don't really think you should change much, and she's really pretty. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not too helpful here. But anyways guys, I hope you learned something, got some ideas, and if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. This was Nimius. I hope you all have a nice day, and the Winter's Envoy banner is pretty cool. Bad pun intended. Bye bye.